everyone. Today I am going to share with what I received in the mail. I got the Vintage Hello stamp, die, and stencil kit. I opened it up so I wouldn't be crinkling all that paper. But it's the telephone, and I thought this was adorable. I had some cute ideas for this, and I'm going to share one with you. So it came with the instructions, dies, 3 sets of stencils, which they have them marked retro dots, which is really cute, speech bubbles, they're tiny, that would be really cute, and lined paper. And then it came with a cutting folder, and as you can see, this is for the regular marquees, not the grand one. It has, the print is smaller. The grand one has bigger print that you know that will fit in that machine. Also, it came with 2 sets of stamps with little things to put inside the speech bubble. Some of them I cannot read because I'm having it right. Just calling to say hi, you are loved, you are the best. Near or far, I'm here. You are the only when I answer the phone. Just calling to say, have a great day. Hello. And it keeps going on. And then the letters, hello. You type this twice. But there's a die to cut, to lay your letters in there. I would cut this out before stamping it because it would make it so much easier. And the second stamp has speech bubbles too, with a little bracket. This is to make the phone look like it's ringing for noise. There's the little dial to put the numbers in, and it says a vintage hello. This is a little like a paper clip, old style. And does it have a die to cut that out, or do you just paper clip? I think you might just, let me look here, because it shows you what you can stamp and cut out, what it equals to. So yeah, it's just a stamp, just stamps. These are the stamps. So you stamp it on top of that. All right. So let's see the dies. So you get 2 different size telephones. The telephone is, and I just want to let you know that I purchased my own. I have no affiliate links with Diamond Press. I just like to have different dies in my collection. So this is from cutting edge to cutting edge. It is 2.5 by 2.5. And then the telephone is about 3.25, and then I'm going maybe an inch from, maybe a little more than an inch, maybe 1.25 from this corner into the high part of the stone. The little telephone is 1 inch and looks like 3/8, and then it goes 1 inch and 3/8. And it has different size cords. They're all variegated here with different lengths, curls, and everything. Then it has a little notebook that is cutting edge to cutting edge, is 3 5/8 by about 4 7/8. And the other little tablet part is 2 3/4 by, that might be 4 inches. Yeah, like 4 1/8 of an inch. The speech bubbles are pretty cute too. This one goes about 2 inches, and this one's 1.25 inches. Well, no, wait, no, 1.5 inches. The little telephone runs about, I would say, 1 inch and 5/8 by the depth, probably 3, not even 3/4, 5/8 of an inch. There's the little rotary dial, So they have two different kinds of receivers. So let me get started and show you what's on my mind. So let me clean this up. All right, I cut out the telephone, and I cut out the pieces out of just red cardstock, and I wanted to use Tim Holtz Distressed Ink to shadow this. And I also used glitter red paper and like foil red paper. I wanted to make it look more dimensional, and because this is going to be Santa Claus's hotline for a Christmas card, and I just want to make it look different, and we'll see how this turns out. Okay, so the reason I'm doing this is to create more of a roundness on the phone, just by adding more red in here. Maybe you won't see it, but I'm just gonna go like that. And this was white cord. This was paper that I had from my cardstock. Okay, so first I'm gonna build this up. And like I said, I cut all the pieces out ahead, and I thought it was really cute. And let's put the phone together first. So you needed two of these. Oh, these were for the, I'm like, what's this for? The receiver. Okay, let's start gluing it. But I cut out 4. And I'm just going to have a little bit thicker layer on mine. And to add more dimension. And see how it will turn out. I might stamp the phone. I should have stamped it too, huh? Oh, well, we'll just go along here first and see what happens, because it's going to be a different Christmas card. I just thought this little phone was adorable. And I grew up that we had, you were stationed. Wherever this phone was plugged into the wall, you were stationed at it. And there's a little black piece that I cut out to hold the cord, and I'm just gonna put it right here. Okay, and I'm gonna lay this one across here. And I used, this was Crafter's Tonic Studio paper, and it had like ruby red, scarlet, it had the glitter, it had all different kinds of textured reds. But the other one was just, regular cardstock that I had. And the little receiver, I'm just gonna glue up here and here, because you have to have a little bling. Wait. goes this way. A little bit of bling. Because Santa has a little bit of bling. I want to have it right tight at the top. I'm just following through here. I might have mine overhang a little bit right in here. Bring it down a little bit. And I did not stamp, and I'm just gonna stamp my numbers. I gotta get the stamps, try to find them. And I did not prep this stamp. I'm just stamping it the way it is. And if I mess it up, I'll just get another one. But I'm trying to center it in here. Hold it down. I don't want to press too hard because I don't want to smush the numbers that they... Oh, that looks too bad. That ain't bad at all. Put this one back. And then I'm going to glue the rotary. Well, the thing that makes the phone dial out. I know when I was a kid, I had the cord stretched that bad. And you would try to stretch it. You'd be laying on the ground and stretching the cord. And now, you know, when the cell phones came out, I was like, this is not gonna work. I know exactly where I'm gonna go over here with this. And now I can't live without it. Technology. And they used to have our phone number wrote in the middle here. I should write Santa's hotline on there in red. Because it used to be like above the number it was, and this is backwards. I know the 1 used to be up here, the 9, it was, when you down, the 0 was all the way at the bottom, but the 9 was over here. And then you pull, let it go with the 9 and whatever. My parents still have the same number. And you could remember everybody's phone number. Now, I can't remember whose number anymore. And you know what? I'm going to put a dimensional on that because I want it to stand up a little bit. Because they had been... I thought I had round ones. This is pretty thick. I'm just gonna stick a couple in here. Put 4 in. Probably too much, but that's fine. And I'm gonna dab it with glue. So I have a little wiggle room, just in case I don't get it on the way I want it. There we go. Now I want to make sure that this is connected. Wait. Okay. Guess I gotta twist this down a little bit. We'll put that on there like that. I'll put this to protrude up too when I go to put it on. So I'm not gonna hook it together right away. And what I want to do now is I cut out the tablet and I'm going to use the lines. I'm going to bring this down a little bit. And I'm going to use a dauber or maybe a little brush got from Michael's, and use this light blue. It don't need to be perfect. Just to give it a faded look, which I'm pleased with that. And what I did was I cut out, I'm making an A2 card. I cut out from diamond press paper. It was with the ultimate pop-out card. I cut it 4 by 5 1/4 to put in here. And like I said, this will be a simple card to put together and make it look cute. Make sure that I have it open. My margins are okay. And what I was thinking that I want to do is I want to write on it. I need a piece of paper. It's going to take, that looks like burnt orange. I have to swatch this to make sure that, yeah, that's burnt orange. I got a piece of cardstock here to make sure that I want the color or not. Do I want to write this way? don't know if I like that or not now that I did it. Maybe I should have wrote it with... Okay, let me cut out another one. Give me a minute here. Okay, so I rewrote it. I don't know if I like my writing. I never like my own writing. But I'm thinking that I'm going to put it like this. Put the phone in here. Like this. Or maybe I should go like this. See how you are, like you're constantly thinking, me anyways, I'm constantly rethinking how I want to do this. I think I like it like that. The only thing is I want it to have it look like this is tacked in there too. But I think I'm going to commit to that. So let's peel this off and then we'll just stamp that little thing in there. And this will make a real quick card. Like this. And I know we probably don't need all that crazy card. Unless we do have it up here. Have this up. I want to give it a margin too. I think we have to bring it in like this. Okay, I'm going to leave it like that. And I'm going to glue this in here to glue that down. Before I do that, I think I'm going to need to clip one of these so that don't stick out over. Like there. And I could put that on dimensionals too. This ain't really big. Snip this and put this one underneath here first. Maybe not. Yes, I did. That's okay. We'll use it underneath the receiver. Right in here. Oh my. I'm better off with my tweezers trying to get it all. Like that. And then I need this pin to stamp it. I don't know, the stamp does not look like it's gonna stamp right for me. Oh well, I'm going for it now. Oh, it don't look bad at all. And there is a quick Christmas card with Santa's hotline. These phones are adorable. Okay, I think I'm gonna make another card now with it using another phone, but I gotta think about it. Let me think here a little bit. Okay, so the second card that I decided was I'm going to use the little telephone, and I'm going to use Manente paper. Let me show you. This would be the Christmas blessing, and I thought this would make a really cute vintage looking card too. So I'm getting out my stamping press because I think I'm going to have to stamp a couple of times. So first I'm going to lay this down and this down and tap it. And I'm going to take, I cut it out because you'll be able to see it better when you go to put the stamps on. I'm thinking anyways. Oh, and these stamps have like lingering. Mine does anyways. Hang on. My stamp wasn't cut out correctly here. Okay. So you can kind of line these up. Let me make sure that I have it. I gotta look into it. I want to make sure that I have it pretty good. You can kind of see the bevel line of it. Oops. All right. And I want to use this blue, this powdery blue, to make it pop. And I think I'm going to have to do it a couple of times so it will show up because it's so light. See how it's think I'm going to do it one more time. Because I think this is the color I want it to be. Definitely. Okay, so these foams, we had a shiny black one. And I'm going to make this shiny blue. And I'm going to try not to touch the ink as I pull this off. Anyways. Oops. Okay. And I'm going to sprinkle this so it turns out shiny. I want to grab it where the white is. And I'm going to do this one first so you can see it will darken it and also make it shiny. Okay, I'm just going to lay that there to dry. I'm going to try to grab this also in where the white part is. And do the same thing so you can see the shininess of it. I think I got to get a little more in there. See, you can see a little bit of the shininess. Okay, so what I need to do now is, because of the cord, I don't have this color of the cord. So what I'm going to do is, I'm hoping this is the cord for it. To make it look right. What I'm going to do is, I'm going to take a piece of paper and I'm going to take this and just go down like this. Because I want the cord also shiny. See? I gotta let that cool down. And what I'm gonna do is, yep, I'm gonna lay this cord right on here, right on top of the blue, and take my mini and take one of these mini ones. So it matches my phone, and you can make your own paper. out of plain white cardstock. Pop that out. Okay. See, I didn't know if this was the cord for it or if I could make my own. How to line this up. Because actually you can make this cord that it's laying out over it like that. And tuck it underneath too. I'm going to put the receiver on top of the phone and glue it. So that way it's one piece. Now, what I should do is just figure out from here. I could just bend it down like this. Bring it over. Because you gotta maneuver how you want to lay the cord. Or we could have it going from here. Kind of like that. Okay, I'm going to dab a little glue here at the corner. And I'm going to first put this one, because we're going to tuck it under, I believe. Because I'm going to cut some excess off. Oh my. I could tuck it in more too. And have it go like that. Because it's shiny and now it's not sticking. Sweet goodness. There we go. I think that's the way I'm going to do it. So I'm just going to snip this off right here. Glue this section right in here. Tuck it in there and hold it. And I cut this Manente paper out at 5 3/8 by 4 1/8. And I'm gonna have this as a landscape. This paper is so cute. I love the little nutcracker and that on it. And it's two-sided. It's a nice cardstock. The paper that I got this from was Lena Treasures. She's really fast. I love how she packages. I did some reviews on her. And she just does a fabulous job. And this paper is from Poland. Now you're going to think, oh, you're going to cover that nutcracker, but that's okay because I want it to look like it is on a table. And that the window's there with the gingerbread house and the little tree and reef. So what I was thinking was I wanted to make a little lace tablecloth from the trim, and I don't want the trim to, I don't want to take it all the way over. I just wanted to take it to about here. And this is about 5/8 of an inch wide. I love this, that you can leave it the color it is, or you can take ink and stain it to match whatever color paper you want to do. I'm still thinking I'm going to leave it this white, but I want it to have that it's right here, like the phone's sitting on a table right over here. So I'm going to peel this off, and I'm going to start it right on the edge. I'm going to bring it up just a hair, not much, and have it like that. So it looks like it's sitting on a table, and it will cover up the ginger, the other nutcracker. And it's just enough blue to make it pretty, I think anyways. And because of the reef up here, the card is just really simple. And I'm trying to decide if I want to put something in with it from this, because I really like it the way it is, but I need something, maybe a Christmas saying. I'm not sure what though. Let me look through what I have on my Christmas decorations. Okay, I was reading through some of my dies, and I found this little gummy pin lamp, and then I found a book. So I cut it out of the same pattern, but like a snowflake. Cut it out of white cardstock, did a little bit of inking in the cracks, and I cut out a black, and I cut out a white lamp. So what I think I'm going to do, this comes from the Christmas Advent. This is I got from Color Me Nordic from Gummy Pin, and these are new books that just got released. I think it was in August, but they are in her store that you can order from Color Me Nordic. So I think what I'm going to do is I trimmed out the inside of the book so I can glue the book cover on. The lamp was from the Advent calendar, and that was last year, and they do not have it anymore, this Advent calendar lamp. Now, I was looking at some of the cute little writings, and I layer these. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to pop this out, keep the lamp black, and I'll show you how I color these. I might even dig out the paint to, because I might have more control with the watercolor paint. I wish I knew where my little knife is at. Still can't find it. And I know it was in here the other day. I had used it. How can it disappear? Oh my goodness. All right, I'm going to try snipping it. I don't like playing with my scissors like this, but I don't really have much of a choice. So I'm going to try pushing this through. You know what? I'm going to have to do it this way. I'm going to have to snip this off first. Snip this one off. These are really delicate to work with, but I like working with gummy pans because they are perfect for me to deal with. And I'm just dotting this up around here. I'm going to lay this on top because I want it more sturdier than what it was. And try to line it completely up. That I have an inside and outside of the lamp. Like that. Now, I'm going to hold this with my tweezers. This little fine one that I have to use the rim of the light. And I'm just gonna, they have little marks, registration marks here to trim it. And I'm going to take this and glue just around here to lay this black piece on here. Like that. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to let this dry a little bit. As you can see. And I was looking at the tiny words, and I'm pretty sure these will fit on the book, but I like this let's catch up. But then I like have a great day, thinking of you. I think I'm going to do this in black. I could do Dream Big. No. Let's catch up. We're just going to go with it in the black ink again. And it's going to be one stamp right here. And I'm not going to press too hard. And look at that. That's perfect. Okay. Put this back on here. These are great for these little gummy pen books. Did not realize it. It's amazing how everything works together at times. I think anyways. I'm going to take out my Ultra paints. And what we're going to do is we're going to I might use that chameleon yellow. Because it has a little bit of sheen to it. First I'm going to touch it in here at the center. And then I'm just going to bring it out here real light. I think I gotta bring it darker in the here then. That way it shows that the light's on. Okay, like I said, it doesn't take much paint, and it's always seems that it completes the project. Okay, so what I want to do the layout is I want to let the lamp here, put the telephone on the top of the little desk, and the book here, and it says let's catch up, and that makes a cute little card. I could put it like this too. And I put dimensions on the back of that. So first thing is I'm going to take the glue and glue down here and dot it every so often up through here. And put this on the table right about here. And I'm going to take my white gel roll jelly pen, and I'm going to add a little highlights. Just to add a little texture on here. Okay. And then I'm going to peel off these. I don't think it really needs a sentiment because it's given a Christmas scene, and you can write in there, personalize it, what you want to do for Christmas. Might be a little imitation. And I think these phones are just great to play with. I love them anyways. I think I'm glad I ordered this off of Diamond Press. And got 2 unique looking cards from it. This is really gives like an old look. I think I'm gonna lay this down here like this. This is why I like working with these little dies from Gummy Pan also. I'm gonna put that underneath here. And then they have the gingerbread house looking behind it. And look at that. 2 little cards come together really cute. Totally different looks from the same phone, vintage phone. And yeah, I like this. I really do. I don't know if this should have any more put on it or not. This is complete though. This is just total scenery. After looking at these, I still think it needed something. So I went through my ephemera pieces, and I found a red cardinal, and I could not get done. I decided I'm going to put that on there. And then I found warmer switches in with my ephemeral pieces, trimmed it down because it was one of these from Diamond Press, like this. I just trimmed it down closer and then added this green. So I think I'm going to put them in there. Now the card is complete. I'm pretty sure that it looks complete. I just kept, you know how you're like, it doesn't feel like it's finished, but I'm going to glue these down now, and then that's it. I'm not gonna do any more. So I'm gonna take this over between the window and the reef. It's not gonna be in the center. I told you I don't put things logically sometimes where there's everybody else does. I just do mine different. And I'm going to glue the cardinal right on top of the telephone. This looks like he's going to see who's going to be calling the Santa hotline. I'm going to put it right underneath that cable and put him right here. Just hold him down. Leave a comment if you think that I overdid it or what you think. I just feel it needed something, and now I should be finished and I can say happy crafting, everybody. And let me know how you like, if you got the telephone vintage, and how you like it. And it's a fun set to play with. I mean, I could see a lot more cards made with this. Thanks for everybody for watching and subscribing. I really appreciate it. I'm getting close to that 1,500 subscribers, and I'm still giving away that oval die set, and I'll probably have some other little things that once I hit it and draw a name. So share, like, and subscribe. I really appreciate it. Doesn't cost you nothing, and hey, you could be getting a free gift. Bye-bye.